Boa tarde, senhores e senhoras, que nos assistem de Portugal e Brasil. Estou diretamente de Miami e é bom ver tantos de vós aqui. O meu nome é Darren Joseph and eu sou de HG Tax, and we're the team that seeks to demystify the sometimes confusing world of international tax. And today we have Mike. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon and a good morning, evening, wherever everybody is today. My name is Michael Dye. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer, and we have our main office in California with other offices in the Middle East and Asia, have been operating in Brazil and elsewhere for many years, and we focus on business and investment immigration.
Okay, and to help with translations, we also have Paula. Paula, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Paula, and I'm an immigration and tax lawyer.
What are the main investor visa options?
So that's a good question. So in the United States, there are two types of investor visas. One is a non-immigrant visa, and one is an immigrant visa. And so the non-immigrant investor visa is called the E-2 Treaty Investor Visa. And the immigrant investor visa is called EB-5. And we can talk a little bit about the differences of those. So, but please stop me if you're going to translate, and I don't want to overload anyone here on content. So first of all, we'll talk a little bit about the E-2 non-immigrant investor visa. And so this is based on a treaty between the United States and another country. And there are about 80 of these countries that have these special treaties that allow for E-2 visas. And basically, this visa category allows an investor to make a substantial investment in a business in the United States that they're going to develop and direct. And this can be any type of business activity. Usually small businesses are very popular for E2s, restaurants, service-based industry companies, anything you can think of for 150,000, 200,000 is about the average amount for an E2 investor visa. You have to hire a couple of people, but you don't need to pay them a certain amount of money. But this visa kind of operates like you're starting a small business in the US. And if you're looking at the investment level, think of it as, I recommend at least 150,000, but 150 to 200, that's pretty normal for E2. Now the catch is we're speaking to an audience focused on Brazil, but unfortunately, the E-2 is not available for Brazilian nationals. Brazil is not one of these treaty countries. As I mentioned before, there's about 80 countries that can utilize E-2. There are many throughout Western Europe, many throughout Asia. Other countries in South America, Latin America can utilize this visa, but Brazil, unfortunately, no. But if you do have connections to Italy, or Japan, which obviously have very heavy influence in Brazil, that can be utilized as well, and also Portugal.
And if it is that we do have viewers from Portugal, so they are one of the treaty jurisdictions, right? So this is an opportunity that they can take advantage of, correct?
Absolutely. So Portugal, many countries throughout Western Europe as well, Italy, Switzerland, Spain, and then also in Spanish-speaking countries as well, if we have an audience, many countries also utilize E2s as well. So for about 80 countries, it works. If you hold a passport from one of those countries, you can do E2. And the great thing about this type of visa is that you can continuously renew the visa and seek extensions as long as that business and investment are still active in the United States. And so you can, in theory, reside for many, many years in the US on an E2 visa. For many countries, it operates as a 5-year multiple entry visa, and you continuously just keep renewing that. So it's a great option for those individuals that just want access to the United States, and they don't want to have to worry about spending too much time in the US, or they could, if they want to come and go freely, they don't want to worry about having to make sure that they're not being a tourist too much or traveling on a tourist entry too much. This is a great option.
Yes. Então, esse visto ele é muito bom para quem quer andar livremente de um país para outro, ou não quer passar muito tempo nos Estados Unidos. E é um visto que você pode continuar renovando, contanto que seu investimento ainda esteja nos Estados Unidos.
Okay, thank you. Mike,
what's the best way for someone to find you?
Sure, they can contact us through our website as well, and it's www.mikedilaw.com. And there's many different brochures and descriptions of different visa categories as well. So a lot of information, and we're happy to talk to anyone who has any further questions as well.
Okay. With that, thank you very much.